Traffic, guys. It's always about trying to get traffic, but what if I told you that there's one thing more important than traffic?
Yes, in this video today, we are going to tell you something that is even more important than traffic, and that is going to determine the success of your online business.
Yeah, so definitely stay tuned for this video. Hey, my name is Evan.
And this is Eugene here from Life CEO.
Yes, so before we start the video, if you guys are new to this channel, welcome to this channel. This channel is all about Eugene and I's journey in building a business online, and we're gonna be documenting our entire process, you know, all the failures, all the mistakes,
achievements, our success along our journey, and hopefully that will really inspire you guys to take actions, to get started, and most importantly, to get started in the right direction.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in that, you guys want to come alongside with us, then definitely hit that subscribe button, okay? So let's start with this video.
All right, so today we're gonna talk about what? Traffic. Okay. Now, remember when we first started? Like, we were super worried. Like, how are we supposed to make sales if we have like literally no list?
Yes.
We have a very, very small list. And I'm sure lots of you guys, especially those who just, you know, getting started in this online business, like, how am I supposed to make sales? Right? How am I supposed to run my online business if I have a very small list and I'm not getting a lot of traffic to my business, right?
I mean, I guess, like, first of all, I'm not saying we have a big list. You know, we're still building our list. You know, we're still learning and that, but we just want to share with you guys, like, there's just a really big misconception with traffic, right? People think you need a really big list. You know, you need a lot of traffic, a lot of people looking at your stuff, right? And, you know, for us, I remember there's just times we're just looking at different traffic, you know, the next traffic hack or the next traffic secret, oh, how to double or triple your traffic. Like, the thing is, like, the main thing is not traffic, right? Like,
I mean, think about it, guys. Like, honestly, if you look at it today, you can easily get traffic, and most important, like, you guys can easily buy traffic, like, because traffic is what? It's a commodity.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you need to buy milk or bread. Like, you need to go grocery shopping. Where do you go? You go to the supermarket. Well, if you need traffic, you go to a place where they actually sell traffic, right?
Like,
you can easily buy it.
Google, 3.5 billion searches per day. Facebook, well, like 2.2 billion people using it.
Yeah, these two are the biggest.
Yeah, the biggest two. And there's also so many other platforms like Instagram. Now there's like LinkedIn. Now there's like TikTok. There's like Snapchat. There's all that. Like, you can just pay for it, traffic. Like, you can get, you know, you just pay money and people will look at your stuff. Like, we have access to so many people, like millions and billions of people through these different social media platforms, right? So the problem isn't really like traffic. Like, I realize the problem isn't really traffic. The problem is,
well, I mean, like, I mean, most businesses don't have a traffic problem.
Yeah.
Okay. The biggest problem lies in the problem or your ability to convert those traffic. Okay. So the conversion problem is the problem where a lot of businesses have.
Yes.
And we struggle a lot with it too.
Yes, we
do. Honestly. And I mean, honestly, you guys think about, like, you see some businesses, they're able to generate a high volume of traffic, but they still have a very low conversion.
Yeah. Like, I remember when we first started off, like, running our first Facebook ad, it was a story ad campaign. And, you know, we had like everything set up. Like, we have our Facebook page set up. We were posting daily. We had all the photos and all that shit. And like, you know, we thought we wrote a decent copy. Okay, of course, copy is always work to do. But then, you know, we just thought, as long as we can put that ad out there and get people to look at our stuff, like, we'll start generating sales, right? And we were getting clicks. Like, people were looking at our stuff, but like, we were spending, you know, hundreds of dollars, but, like, you know, we weren't converting them into sales.
I think that's the problem too, right? That's where a lot of people, when they invested that money on advertising, well, I mean, like, they're getting clicks. Yeah. But when they see that like those clicks do not translate into sales, into profit, and that's where they stop, right?
Yeah. So, like, really, guys, like, traffic is not about like getting a lot of people to see your stuff, because you can easily do that just by paying money. Really, is to focus on not just traffic, but focus on converting, right? Because you want to have a system where you're able to get people, and not just get people to see your stuff, but get people to buy your stuff.
All right, so now that we know that it is, you know, the conversion problem, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure like a lot of you are also aware of that. Like you know, you need to get traffic, and then after you need to be able to convert those traffic, right?
Yeah.
So why do you think, you know, like a lot of us, like most of us, like why we not be able to convert our traffic?
I think like in terms of traffic, like trying to convert traffic, one of the most neglected part really is to not just look at your ad copy, your headline and all that, really to look at your sales funnel. Because your sales funnel is, you know, which is like your sales process. It's like the core of your business, right? It's how your visitors turn into buyers. Okay, so really to be able to optimize your sales funnel, you're able to convert that traffic much better.
Yeah, and then I mean, it's very, very important for you to set up your sales funnel properly.
Yes.
Okay, but it's even more important, all right, to not just stop there, because once you're driving traffic into your sales funnel, you have to constantly keep testing. All right, you have to be watching and see how the traffic is doing, how they're performing, right? How each page is performing when you're driving traffic into your sales funnel. Like when I talk about testing, we could be testing like each page inside the sales funnel. We could be testing different opt-in pages, different photos inside, right? Even the headlines, sometimes the colors too, right? Down to the details.
The color of the button even matters.
Yeah, and also like, you know, that was something that we didn't really pay attention to when we were setting up the sales funnel. It was more like, oh, we're just trying to get it done. We thought there was something more technical, but actually, like for your sales funnel, you always have to be constantly thinking about your customers too, because the most important thing for them to have to want to, right, create that desire to continue to go through your sales funnel is to create curiosity.
Yes.
Right? Even the headlines, like the messages or the sub-headlines that you put in each page, will really create that curiosity to make them very curious to want to click the button and find out what we have for them, you know, in the next page or in the next step.
Yeah, I think like when you guys are writing the headline or trying to test different headlines or, you know, copy and all that, really just think about like this word curiosity. Like, is it gonna really interest them and really create so much curiosity that they will want to click on the next page? Like, that's something we're always asking ourselves when we're typing that headline. It's like, are they gonna really want to go to the next page, or just like, or the headline says everything? Oh, I'm not that interested.
Yeah. So sometimes like once let's say one person finished setting up the sales funnel, okay, or you know, finish with one of the pages, right? We will give it to each other and take a look, and we'll have, like, let's say when I'm done, I'm gonna have Evan or my friends to actually go through the entire funnel once and ask for the feedback right away.
Definitely ask your friends, or, you know, if you have any type of support group, go ask them and see, hey, does this interest you in really clicking to the next page? Like, that's really important because you want them to go to every single page, really see and look at every single thing that you've written or all the videos that you have in your funnel. So definitely curiosity and just constantly asking for feedback. You know, sometimes you think is like really interesting, but, you know, others might not think that way, right? So really just to keep asking for feedback and try to tweak things here and there and just keep testing, like Eugene said. And really that's like kind of like the formula to getting a really good sales funnel.
And then that will kind of ensure that your conversion rate will be higher too.
Optimize,
right?
yeah.
Optimize, yes. Optimize.
You also like look at, you know, the stories, you know, the messaging, all that. You just keep playing around with it, keep testing it. I think a really practical way for beginners, you know, this is what we do this all the time. You know, we're not saying we're experts or anything, but we use this as well, which is, you know, to funnel hack or to offer hack. All right, like look at the people that are killing it right now in your niche or industry. There has to be at least one person, marketer, business artist, that's killing it in your specific niche or industry, and see what their sales funnel looks like, right? Look at their stories, look at their headlines, look at the colors they use, look at even look at the offer they're offering and how everything's laid out. Like, there's a specific reason why they lay it out that way, why they use this color, why they use this headline. Try to understand what their thought process is. All right, even if there's like, if they're even small business owners, you can even reach out to them. And talk to them.
And the most important thing is, like, you know, what Evan was saying. We're not telling you to copy, like, you know.
Don't copy.
word by word.
Yeah,
right? You know, the most important thing is to be able to observe and then to model off what is already proven to be working.
Yes.
And then my mentor always tells us, like, you know, you guys will hear a lot of very, very successful big name marketers will tell you to do the same too, to never reinvent the wheel. And that's exactly what it means.
Yeah, like, don't reinvent the wheel. Look at what is proven to work in terms of sales funnels, and then just model from there. You know, implement it in your business, tweak it to it matches your brand or your image or your story, and then just test and keep testing, keep optimizing. That's really the formula to building a good sales funnel. And a good sales funnel, when people click on it, boom, they convert.
Yes.
Then your traffic's gonna be much better, much easier to profit off that. All right, so another really big question for, you know, when we first started off as well was like, how to get like a good quality traffic? Like, how do you ensure that those are people that are interested and not just random people, you know, that is like, oh, I don't even want to make money online. I want to have a 9-to-5 job, right? Like, how do you ensure that, well, we beginners or people can get good quality traffic?
See, that's the thing. Like, this is where you have to do your homework.
Yes.
You know, like, to be able to offer the best solution to your potential customers, first of all, you need to know what they need. You need to know their pain points. You need to know what they desire, right? So that, you know, we always hear people say that, oh, we want to be able to provide the solution, right, through your product or service to bring them from where they are now to where they want to be, right? And so that's why it's very important for you to do your research, your market research, and once you know very intimately about your customers, right? You have to know them inside out.
Yes.
If you know your customers, then you are going to be able to build something called a dream customer avatar, where basically it will just tell you everything about who your customer is, what are their desires, what are their fears, what are their pain points, and that will allow you to be able to do a better targeting when you are, you know, sending out those marketing materials or like your ads.
Yeah.
Right.
Like what Eugene said, like where they are now and where they want to be. Like, you kind of want to like know where they are now. So like, you know, what their struggles are. You know, what are their daily routine? What's their daily routine like? What kind of pages they like? Like, where are they now? Right now, and then where do they want to be? You know, what is their end goal? What is their end result? And then really try to like do your research. You know, go to different Facebook groups, go to different, I don't know, even like Google. Just really try to
forums.
Forums. Even if you have some customers, you can talk to them. You know, ask for their feedback. Like Eugene said, you want to know them intimately. Like, you want to stalk them, kind of. Just see where they hang out.
But don't actually stalk them.
Don't actually stalk them. Really see where they hang out and really see, you know, what they like and all that, and just try to understand as much as you can, because that will really help you with the targeting part. So you know who to target, right? You know what type of copy or what things you should write about to really go deep and dive deep into their, you know, pain points and, you know, things that they want and all that.
And I think it's very interesting because it is so important.
Yeah.
But when we talk to a lot of other online business owners or entrepreneurs, we actually realize that not a lot of them actually do that very thoroughly.
Yeah.
Right? Even though it's a very important part where you should not skip, right? And I mean, sometimes like you hear, I think that was the mistake that we made too when we first started out, is that when someone asks us, oh, so what is your dream customer, your ideal customer that you guys want to target? And we're like, oh, because the product that we're offering is so good, everyone will benefit from what we have to offer, right?
Yeah, like marketers, like small business owners, like all different kind of categories will benefit from our product, right? But the thing is about like targeting and really trying to, you know, get traffic, good quality traffic. You have to know that like you can't just target everyone. Like, even if your product is super good, like it's water. Like, I know everybody likes water, okay? But you can't just like, even your ads, you can't just target everyone, okay? Like, what you have to really do is be laser focused with your messaging. Like, if your product, you want to talk to affiliate marketers, your messaging has to be really specific to affiliate marketers, right? You want to target people that likes, I don't know, Tony Robbins or something. Then you gotta really talk, you know, in your messaging. It's like, oh, you know, I like Tony Robbins too. You know, Tony Robbins helped me. This is like be really laser focused and not talk about Tony Robbins, talk about Russell Brunson, talk about Dean Graziosi, and talk about all these people in the same messaging and try to target all of them at once.
Yeah, and then I mean, if you think about like in today's consumer mindset,
Yeah.
right? Because there's so many other options. There's like so many alternatives when we are approaching a prospect or a potential customer with marketing materials. They actually nowadays, like, people expect us to be talking to them like personally. They want the ad that they're seeing right now or whatever it is about your product to be something that's very, very customized for them, and you cannot do that if you don't know what they're thinking.
Exactly. So definitely in terms of targeting part, first of all is like really try to go like stalk them, really try to understand daily routine, what they like, all that, and really have it, like, with their age, their gender, just everything, and then try to understand them as much as they can. Try to understand their pain points, and then when you write your messaging, when you write your ads, all that, you can really dive really deep into. It just makes it really makes it feel like you're talking to them, and that's like the feeling that you want to give in your ads. And because if you do that, then your messaging is more laser focused, and they'll be like, like he's talking to exactly like he's talking to me in person, and they'll really want to follow you more or click on what you have to offer.
Yeah, exactly. If you were the customer, think about like if you see something just like what Evan was saying, that that would make you want to buy too yourself, right?
Exactly.
All right, guys, another thing that you guys should really pay attention to is once you start driving traffic to your sales process, your sales funnel, unlike doing this traditional business where like, if you have a lead and then they decide not to buy it, and then you just be like, you know what, fuck it, and I'll try to like find another one. Yeah. But that's the good. Here's like the good thing about doing online business is that you'll be able to go back, retarget those people, right? Because a lot of times that they might not buy the first time, but it's really up to you to really go back and constantly go back and retarget them and let them know about the offer. Continue to give them value. During the process, what we call to nurture your leads, right? And then I think that was something very, very important, and that was something that we definitely didn't do because we're very, very impatient.
We're so impatient
when we first started, right?
Like, you guys have to understand that, like, when people click on, when you put your first Facebook ad, when people click on it, like, most of them are like complete strangers. Like, they don't even know who you are. They don't know what your brand is. They don't even know what you're selling. They're probably skeptical as hell, right? So like, just ask yourself this, like, if you were that person looking at this ad, like, would you buy it on the first time you see it, or first time you see or like really know about your brand or your business? Like, it's highly unlikely that they'll buy the very first time. Like, statistically speaking, like, I think we learned this from Frank Kern. I forgot who exactly said this, but only 3% of people will actually buy, like, on the first time.
3% active buyers.
No, active buyers, right?
That would just say, oh yes, you know what, I need this.
Yeah, so if only 3% like are people that actively buy, and those are the 3% you only serve or you just keep trying to find, then you're gonna ignore the remaining 97%. Of course, part of the 97% might be non-buyers. They might not buy at all, but there's gonna be a big chunk of people, still way more than 3% of people, that that just requires a little bit more follow-up or a little bit more understanding of your business, and they might buy within 60 to 90 days. Okay, so what Eugene said, if you don't really try to nurture your leads, whether it's through email, whether you try to retarget them with Facebook ads, just continue to try to build a relationship so the trust, all right, is developed. If you don't try to do that and you try to just keep finding 3% buyers, you're gonna be missing out on a lot of money.
Yeah, so I remember so it was 3% active buyers, and then 17% are the people who are in the research phase.
Yeah, research phase, like checking you out, like inside out, all that stuff.
Yes, and then that's the thing, because like they need to go through this process where they have to get to know you, right? And then trust you and like you, right? Before deciding to to actually take out the credit card or like put in the money to invest in whatever that you are offering, right?
Yeah.
And so like for people like like me and you, when we're doing our business, whether it's offline or online, like nowadays there's a need for this, we call it the indoctrination process.
Yes.
Like, because the thing is, guys, remember, even if you're driving a huge volume of traffic, you have to understand that most of them, a majority of the traffic coming in are cold traffic, right? And one of our goals, is to be able to turn these cold traffic, so turn them from cold to warm traffic, and then to hot traffic, so that when they're fully ready to become those active buyers, or they might be at the end of the research phase and they decide to buy from you, right?
Yeah, so super important to really realize this point and not just to give up because they didn't buy after checking out your stuff once. All right, like make sure you guys try to nurture them more, whether it's with email, whether it's by retargeting them, right? And then build that relationship, build that trust, and then eventually, you know, they'll be like, well, okay, you know, and they'll continue to add value to their lives, and then eventually they'll buy.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why, like, you know, you hear lots of like mentors, gurus, everyone's talking about like the importance of adding value. That's it, because you add value to serve the larger portion, right?
Yeah, the larger portion of those people.
Of all the potential buyers, which we say like 3% and 97% of the market, like, and you have to be willing to do that. It doesn't matter whether it's just like what Evan said, through email marketing or, you know, Facebook retargeting. But then every time you add value to these people, and every time they check out your content, they check out your marketing materials, and each time they are actually getting warmer because they get to know you, right? I'm not saying that they necessarily have to be a fan, but at least they recognize you, right? And they will remember that, oh, this guy or these two guys have helped me, like when I was doing some research on a certain thing, and help them to solve their problems. So just because they're not buying in the first time doesn't mean they're not going to buy in the future, right? And we talk about normally we say what, like 60 days to 90 days. Like, because that indoctrination process, it takes time.
Yes.
Right. Think about you when you guys decide to buy something, like you guys will actually take the time to do the research too, right? And it's the same thing. So
yeah. So just guys, make sure don't give up on those leads. Keep adding value to email, to videos, whatever, and then, you know, just keep adding value, and, you know, eventually they'll be like, they'll know you, they'll trust you, and, you know, they'll buy from you.
Yeah. So I guess. What do you target? Just quickly sum up, like.
Yeah, so the three things in terms of turning like your traffic and really try to convert them better. First thing is to improve your sales funnel. Make sure you test it more. Make sure you optimize it. Make sure you check out what other people are doing and see what's proven to work and use it for yourself. Right. Second thing,
do your market research, right? Because that will help you to be laser focused and to be accurate in terms of your targeting of your customers. Of course, you know, like the retargeting afterwards is very important, but then, like, in order to be successful in retargeting, you have to first be accurate in your first level targeting, right? For to find your ideal customers.
Yeah, you don't want to sell like a dog related product and you target
a cat
owner, right? Or cat owner.
I'm a cat lover.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the second thing, and third thing is to nurture your leads. Don't just give up on them, because you know, it's just that's how it works right now. Like, people are not just gonna buy it immediately. We have to keep adding value, keep giving them more, and then they'll eventually buy from you.
Okay, so yeah, just to wrap up, again, most businesses, they don't have a traffic problem. Actually, it's the problem. It's about their ability to convert the traffic that they're bringing in. Now, we're not saying that you know, getting traffic or traffic generation is not important. It's as important, but then the thing is, in terms of like putting your priority, I think it's very important to focus on making sure that you have a very, very solid system where you're able to convert the traffic. And then afterwards, when you know that it works, then you can focus on increasing that volume of traffic. Yeah,
like, we just don't want you guys to like go through that cycle where you're just looking at the next traffic hack or trying to get the next, I don't know, like push this and then get a bunch of traffic, people coming in, you know. Like, really focus on what matters, which is the conversion part. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video.
Yeah, and no,
okay. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. You know, hopefully we gave you guys some value on, you know, the traffic and all that. And you know what? I'm not saying we're an expert. Okay, like, honestly, I always say this, and I always say this to everyone that, you know, that tries to reach out to us. Really, is that the only difference between like Eugene and I and you is really we just go out there and we try to find the knowledge, we learn, we implement it, and we work really hard and try to really execute on what we learn. Okay, that's the biggest difference. Okay, so definitely, guys, building a business online, all that is definitely possible. Put in the hard work, you know, go out there, find that knowledge, and yeah, keep putting the consistent action.
Yeah, so hope you guys get a lot of value from us, right?
Yes.
As usual. And if you guys have anything that you wanted to say, or like, just make a comment below. You can reach us in different
Facebook,
social media, like
Instagram,
everything's
down there, right?
there,
and if
so-
you guys want to really discover how we are really building our business online, and this is the recommendation or the business model that we think is best for all beginners, definitely check out the link in the description below. All the info is there. You guys can check it out. If not, then no worries. Definitely check us out. We're gonna push out a lot more free content, awesome content for you guys. All right.
Yeah,
So-
and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel,
Yes.
because me and Evan will work so hard, and we will continue to upload, regularly, and give you guys a lot of valuable content so that you guys can.
we're gonna indoctrinate you. All right. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys soon.
Yep. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye.